Shalom, shalom, and Happy New Year. It is officially our new year. And, where there's equal day and equal night, I literally looked it up so that I could see, what day is equal day and equal night. It actually was sometime last night. The specific time was like, 11 something p.m. But anyway, I just decided to go ahead and, because this is the first day, of the year. So, Happy New Year. Um, May this year bring many blessings to those who've been sowing good seed. I put out a post earlier today on my Facebook. We're going to be going into this in just a little bit. But let me just travel over here to my Facebook right quick. Because, bruh, good things are coming to those that's been sowing good seed, and many things is coming to the wicked, okay, that's been sowing evil seed, okay, evil fruit. All right, I posted this. Equal day and night. Happy New Year. May this year bring many blessings to those who have been sowing good seed, enduring through many persecutions and afflictions of the wicked. Our year to prosper and our purpose is upon us. All praises to the eternal Great Spirit, the very essence of love, life, and all things good. That also includes justice. Yes, we too deserve justice. And justice is coming to us. It's not right, they forwarded the affliction, bruh. Yeah, we deserve to be punished. We really did, okay? And they forwarded it. They definitely forwarded it, the affliction. And, it was only for a certain amount of time. And now, the children of light has been awakened. And, we're here to do the will of the Great Spirit. And that is to speak this word by the way of the Spirit. Those of us who are living it, So anyway, this intro is not going to be long at all. Wanted to say Happy New Year, This audio that we're going to be going over today is kind of short. It's like 17 minutes, a little over 17 minutes. But I have no idea, what all connections the Father may lead me to do and make, I may be putting some interjections in, throughout as we listen to Spiritualite, Passin, Thru. I was listening to her this day, and let's go ahead and bring my Chrome back up right quick. Because I want to show you what video it was. Okay, I need to have it up anyway. I do not have my Photoshop up. One second. So, is this video right here. And I watched Big Judah's video. It was awesome. It was excellent, as usual. Okay. But this video right here is what we're going to be listening to. The audio that I recorded from it is going to be from this. The change in narrative is, okay, Spiritualite passing through. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? Oops, come on.
Remembrance, when they tried to tell you what was going, when the Most High tried to tell you what was going to happen, okay? He told you long ago what he was on when it came down to this in the nations, and a lot of people don't seem to remember. So I need you to get your listening ears on for this one. And like I told you all, this is inside the Books of Remembrance. This is the Book of Remembrance of Melchizedek. Okay, and it's in the little book of John. And like I said, this is a treat for me because I was looking for this book and ended up having it right in my house and didn't realize it. And I have to say, it's the little book of John on page 552. If you got the book, you can read it for yourself. But it says, at last the seals were loosed before the hearing eyes of all people, never to be sealed again forever. All those who hear the truth must choose to cling to it or reject it. That's the way the Most High has always been.
Yep.
You can take it or leave it.
Free
Ain't
agency.
nobody sitting up here holding a gun to your head, telling you if you don't sit up here and take deal with our God, we gonna cut your fucking kid's head off and all the shit that happened with the church, with the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church did that.
Yep. Christianity.
Okay? That was Catholic Church's ways of converting people. Follow us and our God or die. Okay?
This is a fact, okay? It's funny now, but it wasn't funny back then. You know, when the Spaniards came over here and was literally doing this to us, okay? You know, like that. This was a hell of a thing, bro. And you know, people trying to deny. Sorry about that. People trying to deny that this happened, you know, you're lying to yourself, okay? Yes, you are lying to yourself, because this is exactly what the Christians came over here doing, okay? And just because you want to, like, you know, try to make it into something benevolent, it doesn't change the fact that this is how Christianity was spread over here. It doesn't change the fact that you did this to us, okay? To the Aboriginal people, all right? The indigenous people of this land, okay? Hold on. Let's see here. Just a moment, okay? Because we're gonna go into the American Holocaust. Alright, Christians murdered babies, okay? As a matter of fact, so I'm just gonna flow by way of the Spirit here. I have a lot of this stuff, and this is why I like going live, because I can literally just flow by way of the Spirit, and I can be led, okay? To all of this information, okay? I have this book, American Holocaust. Alright, let me see here. American Holocaust, Columbus and the Conquest of the New World. Alright, the conquest of the New World. Alright, because there was a people that was residing here before they came to conquer it. Okay, conquer the people and conquer the land. Okay, that's what a conquest is. Okay. Let me go ahead and switch you guys over so you can see this book. Okay, you see that book? It's American Holocaust. Alright, I'm gonna get a little excerpt from it right quick. This is a screenshot that I took, I think, from maybe Big Judah. But I want to see if I can actually find it in the book version that I have, the PDF. So let me type in, hold on a second. Because I haven't really got a chance to, like, go into the book and read it, you know? Not all of it anyway. I read the, you know, excerpt, you know, the first bit of it, but I hadn't really gotten into it. Pestilence and genocide, and also, alright. Gold was all that they were seeking. Alright, just a second. go. It is there. Alright, so we have it here. Alright, this is the screenshot. Alright, the natives, okay. So we can go up just a little bit here. This happened in Hispaniola. I would like to make this a little bit bigger so that people can see, okay? Right. Indiscriminate killings. The admiral then set about the task of systemizing their haphazard enslavement of the natives, okay? Gold was all that they were seeking, so every Indian on the island who was not a child was ordered to deliver to the Spanish a certain amount of the precious ore every 3 months. When the gold was delivered, the individual was presented with a token to wear around his or her neck as proof that the tribute had been paid. Anyone found without the appropriate number of tokens had his hands cut off. Since Hispaniola's gold supply was far less than what the Spaniards fancied suggested, Indians who wished to survive were driven to seek out their quotas of the ore at the expense of other endeavors, including food production. Okay, I don't want to read too much of this because I want to get to what the Christians were doing. Okay, let's see here. Spanish reports of their own murderous sadism during this time are legion. For a lark, they tore babes from their mother's breasts by their feet, and dashed their heads against the rocks. The bodies of other infants they splitted, together with their mothers and all who were before them on their swords. On one famous occasion in Cuba, a troop of 100 or more Spaniards stopped by the banks of a dry river and sharpened their swords on the whetstones in its bed. Eager to compare the sharpness of their blades, reported an eyewitness to the events, they drew their weapons and began to rip open the bellies to cut and kill those lambs, men, women, children, and old folk, all of whom were seated, off guard and frightened, watching the Moors and Spaniards. And within 2 credos, not a man of all of them there remains alive. The Spaniards entered the large house nearby, for this was happening at its door, and in the same way with cuts and stabs began to kill as many as they found there, so that a stream of blood was running, as if a great number of cows had perished. To see the wounds which covered the bodies of the dead and dying was a spectacle of horror and dread. Alright, hold on. Let's get down here to these Christians. Alright. This particular slaughter began at the village of Zucao, where the townsfolk earlier had provided for the conquistadors, alright, the ones that were coming to conquest, alright, they were coming to conquest a people and a land, okay. They were provided for a feast of cassava, fruit, and fish. From there it spread. No one knows just how many Indians the Spanish killed in this sadistic spree, but Las Casas put the number at well over 20,000 before the soldiers' thirst for horror had been slacked. Another report, this one by a group of concerned Dominican friars, concentrated on the way the Spanish soldiers treated native infants. All right. So this is an account. Some Christians encounter an Indian woman who was carrying in her arms a child at suck, and since the dog they had with them was hungry, they tore the child from the mother's arms and flung it still living to the dog, who proceeded to devour it before the mother's eyes. When there were among the prisoners some women who had recently given birth, if the newborn babes happened to cry, they seized them by the legs and hurled them against the rocks, or flung them into the jungle, so that they would be certain to die there. All right? So these Spaniards, Christians, okay, found pleasure in inventing all kinds of odd cruelties. The more cruel, the better, with which to spill human blood. Okay, this is what they did. Okay, they built a long gibbet low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and hanged 13 Indians at a time in honor of Christ our Savior. Okay, the Antichrist. All right, the Antichrist, because they are believing in a blood sacrifice, okay? And they're the ones that brought white Jesus, and they're the ones that brought the doctrine that he came here to the earth to lay down his life for our sins, all right? So they were doing this in honor of the Antichrist, their Savior, okay? And the 12 apostles, okay? They have their own 12 apostles, okay? When the Indians were thus still alive and hanging, the Spaniards tested their strength and their blades against them, ripping chests open with one blow and exposing entrails. And there were those who did worse. Then straw was wrapped around their torn bodies, and they were burned alive. One man caught 2 children about 2 years old, pierced their throats with a dagger. He caught 2 children about 2 years old. He pierced their throats with a dagger, then hurled them down a precipice. Okay? So these types of massacres were happening at the hand of those who call themselves Christians. Okay? And just because you people today call yourself Christians, and you want to say that you are not like that, it doesn't matter. You are still attached to that. You follow the same ideology that Christ came here to the earth to be a blood sacrifice to cover your sin. You're following their doctrine. You go to church on Sunday. All of that came from the Roman Catholic Church. These edicts and all of this that gave them the authority to come to non-Christian lands to do this came from the Vatican, came from the same place. You cannot get away from this, okay? You have tied yourself to the beast. You call yourself Christian, okay? You have no compassion, love, nor mercy for the indigenous people that went through these atrocities. Okay? You can care less about their descendants who are still languishing in poverty, because all of these atrocities happened to our forefathers. And our land was conquested. They conquered our land. They conquered my people. We are still prisoners of war to this day. Just because they reclassified us, that don't mean that we don't exist, okay? We're still here. The same people. We're still here, okay? Just because they classified us as black and African American and all of that, bro, it don't change who we are, okay? Now, you can continue to lie to yourself all you want, all right? You can continue to deny that these things happen all you want, okay? You know, this connects to Bout 4. Alright. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. Okay? So that wrath of God was him removing protection from us, allowing us to reap what we had sown. Okay? For we provoked him. Okay? They made you by sacrificing unto devils. Okay? We provoked him. Okay? We provoked the one that made us. Okay? We provoked the one that made us. Okay? By sacrificing unto devils. Alright? Shedding blood. Okay? We have forgotten the everlasting power that brought us up. And we grieved Jerusalem that nursed us. Spilling blood is a great transgression. Eating dead bodies is a great transgression. For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. God has brought upon me great mourning. Okay? For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. He didn't bring it upon us. He just withdrew protection. Okay? And allowed these wicked people to come upon us and destroy us in our land. With joy I didn't nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Even our earthly mother had to turn away from us. Okay? Yes. My bad. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow, and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children I am left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High. Yeah, we had departed from the law of the Most High. Therefore the earth itself, our earthly mother, has been mourning. All creation mourning. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. They refused to put a difference between good and evil. Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting has brought upon them, or allowed to come upon them. For he has allowed a nation upon us from far, a shameless nation, and of strange language, who neither reverenced old man, nor pitied child. These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate without daughters. But where can I help you? For he has allowed these plagues upon you. For he that allowed these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hand of your enemies. See, ain't no man going to deliver us up out of this captivity. This is going to be supernatural. These people got weapons that you cannot even imagine. You think they really going to give up the earth willingly? No, we're going to be delivered by the Almighty. Be of good cheer, O my children, Cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemies. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our true Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the great Spirit will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. Yeah, we're going to come together with the Erikadeshi, the earth. We're going to be one again with the earth. We're going to connect again with the elements. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you, allowed by the great Spirit. For thine enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see the destruction of our enemies, and shalt tread upon his neck. All right? Yeah, they're going to fall, bro. And it ain't going to be at our hand. Okay? Not at the hand of the righteous, no. But we're going to get back every single thing that they have stolen from us. And it's going to be nothing. It's going to be like this never happened. My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For we will be remembered of him that allowed these things to come upon us. For it was because of us, our mind went astray from the Most High. So we had to choose to return to the Most High and seek him 10 times more. For he that has allowed these plagues upon us shall bring us everlasting joy with our salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved of her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. This is coming for America. All right? Extremely prideful. Make America white again. It was never white before colonization. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. They're going to reap what they have sown. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They came gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Eternal One. Okay? We brung all of this hell upon us, my people, because of our own wickedness. And yes, the Gentiles did forward our affliction. Okay, yes, they did. And we are not Africans. Though they did this over in Africa, they also did it over here in the New World, the so-called New World. Okay? See, they made their heaven on this earth. Okay? This is what you attached yourself to, Christians. So if you want to continue to think that it's righteous to call yourself a Christian and be in your churches and think you're saved by the blood of Jesus, hey, you got free agency. Go right ahead with your strong delusion. But you have a genuine opportunity to humble yourself and repent. Cleave unto the children of light that's been awakened in the land of our captivity in order to bring these things out. We're instructed to call these things to your remembrance. Let's see. And it shall come to pass, when all of these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether our power has allowed us to be driven. Okay? Yes. We have returned unto the Most High. We are obeying his voice, according to all that he instructed of us. Okay? With all of our heart and with all of our soul. That means that he is about to turn over our captivity and have compassion upon us. He is going to return and gather all of us from all the nations where we have been scattered. Okay? Everywhere we've been driven out unto the utmost parts of heaven. Okay? The Most High is going to gather all of us. All right? All we had to do was humble ourselves, repent of the sins of our forefathers and our own iniquity, choose to be obedient to the eternal laws. Now we're waiting, okay? And while we're waiting, I'm instructed to give you this word, okay? While I wait for my deliverance, okay? I'm not just sitting idly by. No, I'm on a mission. I've been given a mission. I've been given my marching orders. And I'm being obedient to it, okay? See, this is all we had to do. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and I will heal their land. Okay? Our land is in the process of being healed. All right? Yes. Therefore, the earth is purging itself of the wicked. That's part of the healing process. Okay? All right. I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. See, we remember who we are, all right? The Spirit came and revived us, okay? And shall know that I am the Most High their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, okay? I have praised him in the land of my captivity. I think upon his name. That means to have a Christ conscience, all right? That means to keep him in mind, keep the statutes in mind, keep the eternal law in mind. That way I never transgress the eternal law. And how I deal with people, how I deal with anyone, including the animals. Return from our stiff-necked ways and our wicked deeds, because we remember the way of our fathers, which sinned before the Most High and caused our captivity. All right? So we're waiting, okay? We're waiting for the Most High to move on our behalf, to give us our land back, give us back our resources, where we can govern ourselves, not have a foreign nation ruling over us, writing the laws and the legislations, justice for them and oppression towards us. Oh yeah, he's going to overturn all of this. Let's go back to Spiritualite, shall we? I proved that the Christians did this, okay? This is how they spread their gospel, okay? Accept the Most High or die, all right? Yes, that's what they came over here to do, all right? And also to get gold, okay? They were after the gold. But let me show you this. Hold on. There was something else that was upon my spirit right quick. Alright, recover the Holy Temple. Christopher Columbus Book of Prophecies. Alright. So this was his reason for coming to the Indies, okay? Let's see here. Let's just go on down here, because I'm not trying to read all of this, bruh. Okay, you can pause it and read it in your own leisure time, okay? 21. And he says, I said that I would present my argument before the restitution of the Holy Temple to the Holy Church. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, he was trying to recover the Holy City. Hold on, let me find that. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Alright, our Lord wished to make something chiefly miraculous of this voyage to the Indies in order to encourage me and others about the Holy Temple. Okay? So, that's why he wanted to come over here, to recover the Holy Temple and the Holy People. Alright. I offer the Holy Gospel in which Jesus Christ said that all things would pass away, but not his miraculous word. See, he was using our records against us, okay? This is what you have to understand, alright? Everything can be used for good or evil, alright? And these people like Christopher Columbus, he had our records, okay? And so he took our records and he was using it for evil, okay? They bastardized our records and they used it for evil, okay? He was deceived by a deceiving spirit, okay? 1 second. Alright, So you see here, through these writings, the hand of our Lord opened my mind to the possibility of sailing to the Indies, and gave me the will to attempt the voyage. Okay, like, bruh, who could doubt that this flash of understanding was the work of the Holy Spirit? That was not the work of the Holy Spirit. That was the work of a deceiving spirit. Okay? He was deceived into coming over here to recapture Jerusalem and the holy temple. Okay? The holy people. Hold on. His ultimate goal. Let's see. Almost 10 years later, he's still dwelling on the theme. A letter written in February 1502, but perhaps never sent to Pope Alexander VI, stated, "This enterprise was undertaken with the purpose of expending what was invested in aiding the Holy Temple and the Holy Church." And he specifies the same number of horsemen and soldiers he hopes to finance. All right, so he's sending all of these people over to Hispaniola. All right, reconquest. Okay, the reconquest of Jerusalem. Okay, Jerusalem and Mount Zion are to be rebuilt by the hand of a Christian. All right, who this is to be God declares by the mouth of his prophet in the 14th Psalm. Okay, so they used our records to twist it, like they were coming to bring the gospel, but really they were coming to destroy the true gospel and bring the Antichrist. Okay. And so they're spilling much blood. Christopher Columbus spilled a lot of blood, all right, forcing people to bow down and accept their version of the gospel, which they call Christianity, okay? And so yes, this happened, people, all right? His ultimate goal was to recapture Jerusalem. He made 4 voyages and was brought back in chains after his 3rd voyage. All right. On his 2nd voyage, he brought dogs with him in order to force us to work. Okay. And you can find that in Dogs of a Conquest. All right. Let's see. They had meat markets for their dogs, okay? They were cutting off, they were chopping us up. See, this is what we were doing to the animals, okay? So this is why the Great Spirit allowed it to happen to us. We had no mercy, no pity, no compassion for the animals that felt the same pain that we feel, okay? We were murdering the animals, spilling their blood and eating their bodies, okay? Which many people think is okay to this day. So, the Great Spirit had to allow all of this to come upon us, all right? So an open market displays quarters of Indians for sale as food for Spaniards' dogs, okay? We wanted to act like savages. Well, the Great Spirit allowed us to be treated like savages. All right? We want to chop up the animals, and sell them. Okay? This is what the high priests were doing. Okay? Yes. And they were doing it at the temple. All right? This is why the Messiah got pissed off. All right? And beat them out of the temple. And set loose the animals, okay? And then they were doing this in what they called the temple of God, okay? So, this wickedness kept happening, all right? So, and my people would not listen. They would not turn from such heinous transgressions. So the only way that we would ever listen and learn our lesson is to allow this, all the hell to come upon us. and then awaken us, at the end of it. Give us the spirit, to revive us, and come back to the covenant. You know, I feel, for I understand why the Most High allowed this, bruh. Okay, so I don't have no animosity toward the Gentiles. Okay, because they never would have been allowed to do all of these heinous things to us had we been obedient. Okay. Had we kept the original covenant of this land, bro, we would all be at peace. All right. So that's not to excuse how they took it, beyond, and prolonged our suffering and, oppressed us as, we were under this captivity more and more and more, kicked us while we were down. They're still doing it, okay? To this day, his people are impoverished, okay? So, this is part of us having to endure all of this, okay? Even though we know who we are now, we still have to endure, through the persecution, and we still have to hold love in our heart. We have to prove ourselves that we're ready, okay? That we're ready for the assignment that the Great Spirit has for us, okay? He ain't gonna just put anybody in a position, okay? So all of us that he has a position for in this coming kingdom, we have to prove ourselves, okay? It ain't gonna be easy. Of course it ain't easy. We were awakened at the tail end of Satan's kingdom. Most people can't even see how they live in Satan's kingdom. They think that this is normal. It's like they seriously think this is normal life, bro. It's crazy as hell. Now, we're going to go back to Spiritualite. And great. Wonderful. It refreshed it. Okay, cool. It's still right there. Alright, glad I clicked on it earlier, so... Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, let me go ahead and click back over here. And we only made it 1 minute thus far into this audio, and we're 47 minutes into this. So let's go ahead and get it.
But our Father's never been that way. He's like, you can take...
Let's take it back just a tad bit. Oh, and my bad, y'all. Because I forgot to let you know that there is going to be some profanity on this, okay? So, as you already heard, there was some profanity, even the F-bomb and all of that. If you sensitive to that, you may not want to tune into this, okay? But, over here, bro, we keep it real, all right? I'm not sensitive of the F-bomb, okay? I mean, damn, bro. Let's get real, people. All right? We were awakened at the tail end of the worst of the heathen. Okay? So ain't no way in hell you gonna convince me that you got virgin ears and that you can't hear, certain words, said to give emphasis in what's being said. Okay? So stop it. All right? Stop it. Let me take this back just a tad bit. All right. Right.
Christianity. Okay? That was Catholic Church's ways of converting people. Follow us and our God or die. Okay? But our Father's never been that way. He's like, you can take it or leave it. Yep. It's cool by me.
Yep. Free agency.
All right. A great confusion will engulf the wicked and all their long-time ability to hide the truth will vanish away right before their faces, and they will feel no shame for their lies, and only the desperation of urgency to find a way to hide from their day of recompense.
Wow.
That is happening right now. Mm-hmm. They can't hide the shit that they're doing right now. Nettie wants to hide what he's doing right now so bad it ain't even funny, but they can't. You have your boy Biden. He wants to hide his dealings with Nettie so bad. He can't. He can't. It's just unbelievable. He wants to hide what he's doing. That's the reason why they're dropping flour right now over there, to hide that they are paying for those people to be in those hospitals like that. That's what was disturbing to me today, is to see little babies 1 month, 1 day old, starving because mama can't produce enough milk because she ain't ate in 5 months.
Wow.
And she got to watch her child die.
Wow.
You understand? Or I have a 5 or 6 year old, somebody that's the size of my grandbaby, sitting up there, nothing but skin and bones, because her system is now turned on her because she's been too long without food. And she's sitting there literally like a fucking skeleton and her body's eating itself. Okay? I can't get that out of my head. That's what my tax dollars are paying for.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I got a problem with that. You should have a problem with that too. But once upon a time, and this is what the Most High called me today and said to me straight out, y'all. He said, your tax dollars been paying for it. You just realize it's happening right now.
Exactly.
It's been being paid for over inside of Rwanda when that shit went off over there, in Haiti with what they dealing with. All of these places, all of the different situations that's been happening all over the world was paid for by your tax dollars.
Yep.
You just mad over this situation? Oh, this has been happening for quite some time. You would just sleep to.
Yep.
Right? So white folks shouldn't get too outraged about what's happening in Gaza right now. They money been paying for a lot of fucked up shit that's been going on all around the planet for quite some time. You helped get rid of Gaddafi. You helped get rid of a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Your tax money. They're paying for that. And that's what humbled me and said, he's like, people been dying like this terribly all over the globe.
All over the
because of America and her shenanigans and her wanting to be in control all over the place.
Yep.
You think you just seeing it up close and personal on TV, but now that I've taken away their ability to hide and I've exposed them, now y'all seeing what she been up to all this time and how she made her money all over the world. How y'all able to live the way you live and others live less than you now. You don't like it. These Edomites don't like what they seeing right now. They don't like it, not one bit.
They're not Edomites, they're Gentiles.
Okay? Now, moving on. But the lie has been that the nations can better provide and safeguard your children and labor with you to bring you the happiness of a rich life.
Hold on, I'm trying to find where she skipped down to, bro. Hold on.
Like it, not one
They're
bit.
not Edomites, they're Gentiles.
Okay? Now, moving on. But the lie has been that the nation...
But the lie has been that the nations... Hold on. Yeah, she skipped down here. 15. Okay. So let's go ahead.
But the lie has been that the nations can better provide and safeguard your children and labor with you to bring you the happiness of a rich life with satisfaction of possessions, and their covenant must be to the national or world citizenship. Is that not what they tell us as Americans? I told y'all yesterday. They have a gas company. They provide you with gas. They provide you with water. They provide you with lights. They have a school system you put your children in that you let them at.
And let's keep in mind that, you know, though they're providing these things, they have poisoned it all. And they're selling it, making profit. Okay? So these wicked ass people that you have placed your trust and your faith in, they are wholly wicked. Okay? Like, you're trusting in these wicked ass people. Alright? And we're going to be going over this a little bit more, you know, after she's done, okay? So that's why I don't think I'm gonna be doing another one today. It just depends, bro. Because like I said, this is already almost an hour. Okay, it's almost an hour, and I'm not sure what all else the Father is gonna have me bring forward. Okay, let's just go.
They have a school system you put your children in, that you let them, and if your children complete that school system, then they're supposed to get what? Really good jobs and become a part of society. They are the ones that say, oh, we can labor with you and help you, with everything that you need. You don't need the Most High. All you need to be able to do is get a house, a car, 2.2 kids, and everything will be fine. You'll be in your own heaven. Just as long as you go along with what we're talking about.
As long as you bow down and worship the beast. This is exactly what I've been saying. This is exactly what I've been saying on this channel. Many times, all right? Saying the same thing. And a confirmation is, she's bringing a confirmation out of this book here. Okay, this book, all right, the book of Remembrance of Melchizedek, okay, in a little book of John. It's so crazy. I've been telling you that you've been living in illusion, okay? It's a lie that you've been living, okay? That the nations and leaders of nations can better provide for and safeguard your children and labor with you to bring you the happiness of a rich life with the satisfaction of possessions, and their covenant must be to national or world citizenship. Okay? You think you are a law-abiding citizen. You are a slave, okay, to an evil system. Okay? And you don't see it, all right? Because you have the happiness of a rich life, all right, with the satisfaction of possessions, okay? But you are lost. You have no understanding of spiritual things, which is eternal, okay? Because your rich life and all the satisfaction of your possessions is physical. That means that can go up in smoke just like that. Okay? Then what you gonna have?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Been saying the same thing.
He's telling you, this is all this stuff has been happening. Okay? And since this voice of thunder announced this message, Anakizid has been judging the nations, and now they are under severe threat to lose their national sovereignty. And this has been brought about because at this time the wicked are not satisfied to find domain over the nations only, but they seek to subdue the entire earth like it is one nation. Who is that? Globalists and Zionists. That's your Zionists. That's Nettie and them. Okay? This is what they're trying to do right now.
They've already done it. They already did it here in the fourth part of the earth.
All the boundaries of the nations will be...
This is exactly what they have done in the fourth part of the earth. Like, they already had these organizations, okay? I brung this out. This is from the sealed portion. Okay, sealed portion... let's see. Sealed portion 26. Yeah, sealed portion chapter 26. All right. Your leaders shall attempt to hide their wickedness from before you, but their attempt shall be in vain. Behold, the Lord shall use the miracles that Satan has introduced among you to do his will. And it is by the way of these miracles that you shall hear of their iniquities upon your housetops. Okay? You can hear of their iniquities on your computer. Okay? Yes, you can hear it on the media, on your television. Okay? These days, you can hook up your computer to YouTube. I mean, your television, your smart TV can play YouTube videos. okay, or can play videos from Facebook, okay? And there was something that I seen on Facebook the other day. Hold on a second. I think it was yesterday. Neon J had posted a video, and there was, bro, their force ads really annoy me. Like, oh my God, bro, I hate this reality. I hate this world. They force everything upon us, bro. And I see it, and I'm tired. I am tired. Like, I'm seriously tired of forcing everything, bro. Was it Neon J or Neon Light that posted it, bruh? Let's see. He posted a video. Videos. I think this is it. Okay. And it's long, so, but I'm not trying to be one thing. So hold on a second. Hopefully it doesn't. Man, it's lagging. Hold on a second, people. Hopefully it plays, because I want to get. There's a okay, like, I don't know if it's gonna let me get what I want, bro. So hold on a second. Oh, I wanted to show you guys that really, really bad, but it's lagging. It's lagging. It's probably gonna crash my damn stream, bro. Oh, this really sucks.
How are we doing, dear brothers and sisters? I hope all of you are doing well. So you're back. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I gave you a lot of get-outs. I said a lot of stupid things, and here you are, swarming over my posts like locusts, devouring crops. And I'm joking. My traction's gone down dramatically, and it's to be expected. Listen, it's easy when you're preaching to the choir. Everyone's clapping like idiots. Everyone's singing and dancing. You know, it's totally different when you're preaching to the masses, some of which don't like what you're doing. It's just the reality. Or when you're speaking the truth, the world goes against you. That's just how it is. Okay. But nevertheless, you're here. Yeah, you're here, and as you're here, let's try to work out what you're doing here. Most people don't really understand where they are on the journey, and that's because they're not conscious of reality yet. And that's fine. That's okay. It's not perfect. It's not ideal, but that's just the cards that we've been dealt. Okay, and therefore we have to understand what's going on. And
I wanted this image. The life of this world is only the enjoyment of deception. Okay? That comes from Quran 3:185. Alright? The life of this world is only the enjoyment of deception. Okay? So you're having fun. You know, you're able to live lavishly. Okay? You know, you're able to have the happiness of a rich life with the satisfaction of possessions. All right? That's exactly what this is. The life of this world is only the enjoyment of deception. Okay? This is why you don't want to hear me. Okay? And it's not me per se, it's the spirit of truth that is flowing through me. I'm showing you how we have been forced into an illusion, okay? It's like the red carpet has been laid out for you to get the gratifications of your flesh. As long as you hold money, as long as you have money, you can get whatever you want, whatever you desire in your flesh. Okay? Well, what do you have to do in order to attain money? You gotta sell out to the beast. You gotta join yourself to it. Okay? You either gotta fill out job applications and go be a slave on some man's schedule. Okay? Making pennies to the CEO, getting to live lavishly. Or you become a criminal and you do things illegally, quote unquote. You know, either way, you know, you're bowing down to the beast in order to obtain what the beast gives to you, which is money, currency, to be able to get what you want in your flesh. Okay? But you are ignoring the spirit. You think that the spirit doesn't matter. Okay? Because you're living in the physical. You think the spirit doesn't matter. Like, what's wrong with you? The spirit still matters even though we're living in the physical. Okay? So please understand, people. And as far as these, a one world government and all it is, I mean, what do you think? What do you think this is? Oh, the World Health Organization. This for the world. Look, the founders. United States, Brazil, Mexico, France, United Kingdom, and more. Okay? What do you think the freaking... What is that other one called? Bruh, you already have all of these things, okay? The United Nations, okay? I mean, what do you think this is? Do you think this is only part of the world? Again, founders, United States, India, United Kingdom, Brazil, France, and more. Okay, you have a one world government. Okay, you get those who set themselves up in authority who you never even see. Okay, you get the Bilderbergers and all of these people. You get to see a far the Trilateral Commission and the so-called Illuminati and all of these people. Okay, you get all of these secret societies such as Skull and Bones and all of these things. People, your one world government has been here. All right? The revised Roman Empire has been here. Okay, now it's about to be destroyed. All right? Let's continue.
This is what they're trying to do right now.
They've already done it. They already did it here in the fourth part of the earth.
All the boundaries of the nations will be burnt up and dissolved. That's the reason why you have migrants now. That's what they're trying to do. Burn up all of the boundaries. All right? And the nations whose intent has been to subdue the covenant will be forsaken, and the nations will no longer be able to provide for their people and keep them in a safe place of the Kadashi, because guess what? The Kadashi gonna be tearing their shit up. If you don't know what the Kadashi are, that is our weather. That's the Bariel, fire, wind, Rabiel, Ariel, burning and baking motherfuckers. They not gonna be able to keep their nation safe from them at all. Okay? And the people of the nations will find themselves thrust deeply into the unknown. And they will ask, what is happening to our world? And they will not know which way to turn. And many will turn to vengeance, acts of violence, seek weapons of destruction, and will fill the world with smoke. And those who inhabit the pit shall find their delight. So that's what they want. They want you to start acting a fucking fool, which these Edomites are going to do. They're going to do it. The wicked will be filled with dread, and the prophecies of my Father will no longer be contained, and will pour out upon the earth, and the plagues and scourges and sickness that had been contained by boundaries of nations will now spill out and cover the earth. COVID. Can anybody say COVID? Remember? No, that's not solar flares. He literally said plagues. All of those things are going to start spilling because these people are coming from places that we would not normally have any interaction with because we have borders. No, you can't come here. You got what? You need shots and shit to come here. Motherfuckers not getting those shots. They coming straight over here, which you don't know what the fuck kind of bubonic plague or whatever the fuck you don't know what these people eating, how they got it, where it came from.
And I mean, I agree with that, but we've been having all kinds of plagues and diseases and scourges of sickness and all of that, bruh. I mean, look. One person dies every 33 seconds in the United States from cardiovascular disease. Okay? About 695,000 people in the United States died from heart disease in 2021. That's 1 in every 5 deaths. Okay? Death rate of cancer. Cancer kills mostly older people. In 2019, it was estimated that around 1 in 1,000, or 1% of the people aged 70 or older, died from cancer. But among people younger than 50, the cancer death rate is around 40 times lower. Now, I don't take their, all of their stats as, perfect, okay? But still yet, we can see that these are plagues, these are illnesses that's been running rampant upon the earth, okay? Death rate of diabetes.
According to American Diabetes Association, diabetes was the 8th leading cause of death in the United States in 2021 based on the 103,294 death certificates in which diabetes was listed as the underlying cause of death. In 2021, diabetes was mentioned as a cause of death in a total of 399,401 certificates.
All right, there you have it. So, people's been dying left and right. All kinds of plagues, illnesses, and diseases, okay? And this is because of our food. And now, who is in control of our food? Holy, wicked people who are poisoning our food deliberately. And then, bruh, fast food is everywhere. And nobody can see. It's like hardly nobody can see how this is utterly wicked. Okay? I'm looked at as crazy by drawing attention to how fast food restaurants are evil. Okay? And they're all over the place. And people be falling in, eating McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, okay? Popeyes. Like, bruh. Like, this is why. Okay? Obesity death rate. Bruh. An estimated around 5 million people died prematurely in 2019 as a result of obesity, which makes one of the leading causes of death worldwide. Okay? 39.8% among adults aged 20 to 39 is prevalent. 44.3% among adults aged 40 to 59. And 41.5% among adults aged 60 and over. Like, this is crazy. Well, why are people so damn obese? Could it be because of the freaking food? And food-like substances that's sold to the people and advertised as if it's good for them, but clearly is poison? These things been happening.
Okay? So get ready for more of those plagues that they're going to end up with having to deal with. These plagues will be the delight of evil masters. Can you say Dr. Fauci? A couple of others. The worldwide, what is it? The big clinic of the world or whatever. All right? The World Health Association, or whatever you want to call those people, the WHO, who seek to dominate the whole earth. They will use them to oppress people.
They've been doing that.
Plagues will be used to suppress and enslave people. That means you can't go to work unless you got the shot. Remember, we went through that.
Yep.
People will complain loudly, and the plagues will be grievous and loosen sores to them. Because every time you turned around, they was trying to lock you down and say you can't do this, you got to do that. You understand? We went through this. It says, and the earth will tremble at the sound of the first. COVID was the first thunder. Okay? To hurriedly to see the end of the domination of the wicked. Okay? And the next part, the truth, and this truth will uncover a lie that that suppressed, and okay, but the lie has been defined by the nations so that they can be used to bring satisfactions of possessions. This is them talking about if they can make you have shit, you get a good job, all of that other dumb shit, everything's gonna be good with you. It says so they can be used to bring satisfaction of possessions and the glories of ownership in the accumulation of wealth.
Oh my God!
And in this way, the element of earth that have been divined by the wicked and the way that they are used to bring ill health and to suppress the poor. The spirits of the earth, the spirits of life in the earth are looked upon not as family members in Shaddai, but they are seen only as materials to be exploited and used to empower evil. So what they're saying is that the spirits of life, cobalt, all the different things that you find underneath the earth, uranium, all the things that motherfuckers trying to use to be able to make things here that we can use so they can continue to exploit us and keep us enslaved. Those are to empower evil.
And not only that, but the freaking animals. The animals are used. Like, my people, we gotta include the animals as well. You know, because they have the spirit of life within them. You know what I'm saying? The animals have the spirit of life within them. And they have not been looked at as family members and or fellows within our community upon the earth, but are seen only to be materials to be exploited and used to empower evil. Okay? The animals matter. So we can't just leave out the animals as if they don't matter and they were just created to be our food source. No, they were not created to be our food whatsoever.
That's what they're doing. That's why they want to get over there to hate. They want those types of things, okay? It says, and this has been brought about by wealthy finding the power of domination and accumulation of their wealth. But the earth belongs to Anakisi, and he became a man and created it so his children could have the earth as a companion in its abundance. And because of this truth, the wicked will become urgent to maintain their power, and they will cause multitudes of people of the nations to become divided according to their life stations and given to them by their masters. Now, the fires of oppression will cover the people, and violence will enter. It says violence will enter to come in, and the nations will have no peace. And a gift of life for many will become unattainable, and there will be multitudes of the living dead. So in other words, like you said, the gift of life, that means people having babies. That's not going to happen anymore. You understand? Multitudes of the living dead. You're already seeing that now with the drug usage, because they can't get the things
dead
that they
spirits,
want anymore. That's not going to happen anymore.
And see, yes, bruh, many people are having babies. All right, many people still having babies, so I feel like it don't have nothing to do with this, with having babies. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, where is that at again? Oh, here. All right. and fires of oppression will cover the people, and violence will enter to come in. We've been living this, and the nations will have no peace. We've been living this. Where's been the peace upon the earth? There ain't been no peace upon the earth. There's so-called random acts of violence and murders, rapings and robbings and pillaging. All of this has been happening for a very long time. Okay? And a gift of life, and the gift of life for many people will become unattainable. Well, bro, that gift of life is not talking about babies. This gift of life is real life. Finding your purpose. Finding out why you're here. Okay, finding out why you were literally born here with life upon this earth. Okay, that's what this is talking about. Finding out your gift of life, like why you're here. Why were you gifted life upon this earth? Were you born upon this earth just to be a freaking slave? Just to be a carbon copy robot? No. So, but this is what they have done. So the gift of life for many people will become unattainable, because now they've been forced into schools, and the schooling was to prepare them to be carbon copy robots of the workforce. Okay? So they're not able to have the gift of life. They're not able to enjoy the gift of life. No, they're now slaves to a rigorous schedule. All right? And there are multitudes of the living dead. Okay? They're carbon copy freaking robots. All right? That's what this is meaning. I don't think it has anything to do with having babies. Okay? Because, the earth is full of people that's been having babies. And now look at the state of the world. All humanity. Like, what is the point of having babies in this wickedness, bruh?
They're walking zombies.
It says,
they're walking
dead. Of the wicked, they will
Carbon
be
copy
overcome
robots.
and lose their vision, and have only 3 spirits of life, because of their vision is no more. And finding forgiveness will be no more for them, because they will be utterly blinded to see their perfect selves in the Erkadashi. And the lives of the captive multitudes will be intruded upon day and night by the Derkadashi. Now, the Derkadashi is these computers, all of these computerized things. They are intruded upon. People can't even go out. They don't even go outside anymore. They're stuck in front of their computers, their phones, and everything else. Now you're riding around in Teslas, though that is one big Derkadashi. That's what you call your robots. All right?
Yeah, I agree with that. And they come out with the movies like the Transformers and whatnot, and they showing you how the robots and the inorganic objects like our phones and all of these things, this is the Derkadashi, exactly what she just said, okay? So that makes sense. And then the Erkadashi is, the weather, okay? And stuff like that, all right? And then you have the earth, and you have all the elements of the earth. The elements of the earth is the Erkadashi, but you then have the like the grass and the flowers and the trees and the herbs and all of these things. Okay, we're gonna be at one again with all of these things that were created to serve us in righteousness. Okay. All of these things has been abused by the wicked, who only seek to freaking get the gain of the world and power, okay? So you're gonna see this pole shift, okay? It is a paradigm shift, bruh, and the earth is gonna right itself. All of these things is gonna be brought to fruition, all right? You're gonna see it.
But they can't see themselves in nature at all anymore. Most people couldn't at some point. You understand? You too caught up. Think about it. Most of us go to work and we barely get a chance to go outside and sit and be in the sun for 5 seconds. By the time we get off, it's dark. Okay? So that's what he's saying. You have to be able to see yourself inside of nature, and they won't be able to, and we haven't been able to for quite some time. And it says, in that day, the Erkadashi will resist being used, and the false definitions of the wicked, out of respect for men and out of the order of Melchizedek, shall withdraw their support from the unfeeling, from those who use the elements of weakness. Now, let me tell you something. That's climate change. That's why the Erkadashi are now, I don't know if you've been watching, the Erkadashi are now throwing boulders and shit down. They are withdrawing their ability. The lakes are drying up. They are withdrawing their ability to help us anymore and be a part of the way that we live. You understand? Now they're fighting against us. They're now burning our shit up. They are now causing things like
the
that,
Gentiles,
homes and things like that. That they are withdrawing their ability to work hand in hand with men, because we are not with, at this time, what? The rules of nature. We're going against nature. So nature.
We ain't going against nature. They are going against nature.
Okay? So you all need to understand that these things that the wicked are doing, Revelations was written from a wicked's point of view. When they were telling you all the things that were happening, these things would be happening to the wicked.
Exactly.
Keyword wicked, not his children. His children would be standing back looking at this.
Exactly.
We would be witnesses to this happening to them.
Yes.
It may not happen to you.
Right.
All you're doing is just a bystander watching this happening to others.
That's prophecy.
That's what's happening right now. Many of us are just bystanders watching this happening to different folks.
Yep.
And it's coming nowhere near us right now. And he said it wouldn't come anywhere near us.
Yes.
Now let me show you where it says that. Okay, this is gonna be in Psalms. Thou shalt not fear the arrow that flies by day, nor the terror that flies by night. Something like that. Alright, Psalms 91. Alright, yep, Psalm 91. My refuge and fortress. Alright. And this is for he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High. We abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, you are my refuge and my fortress, my power in whom I trust. Surely he will deliver us from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly plague. He will cover us with his feathers. Under his wings will we find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and rampart. We will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the calamity that destroys at noon. Though 1,000 may fall at our side, and 10,000 at our right hand, no harm will come near us. All we gonna do is see with our eyes and witness the punishment of the wicked. This is because we have made the Most High our dwelling, our refuge. The Most High will protect us. No evil will befall us. No plague will approach our tent, for he will command his angels concerning us to guard us in all of our ways. They will lift us up in their hands, so that we will not strike our foot upon a stone. And we will tread on the lion and the cobra. We will trample the young lion and the serpent. They will not harm us. As a matter of fact, the animals are going to be at peace with us. All right? Wild beast is not going to be our grave. No, wild beast is going to be the grave of the wicked. Okay? Yes, the animals are going to turn on the wicked. Okay? Yes, the earth itself, bro, and all the elements of the earth, all the aspects, everything, all of creation, bruh, is going to rise up against the wicked, okay? It's going to be used against the wicked, yes, all right? Because he loves me, I will deliver him. Because he knows my name, I will protect him. When he calls out to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Okay? This is coming for the righteous. All right? Those that are keeping the eternal laws of love, life, and purity. All right? We're almost done with this. Hold on. Almost done with the audio part anyway.
Okay? So that's the reason why a lot of us need to, need to chill. The Erkadashi are withdrawing their help. That's what that means. They're withdrawing their help. They're no longer being of aid to us anymore.
You mean to the Gentiles?
They're drying up the rivers. They're drying up the lakes. They're burning down with the fires, the wildfires, and things like that. They're turning against us.
Not us, but the wicked.
Now, that was it of that. Alright. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. And I want to go back up a little bit. Because, bruh, wow. Yeah. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta go get water. Alright, I am back. Let's see here. And Mozart is the one that the world calls Jesus, okay? And Mozart continued and said, and my second declaration of the truth is that speaking of myself, the presence of the man in element and the order of Melchizedek has the power to define the gift of life and the definitions they hold according to the second degree of creation, all right? We were not created to be slaves. We were not created to be robots, okay? We were created out of loving kindness for happiness, okay? Now, oh my God. I really wish people would wake up to this. And this declaration will proceed, being announced by the living spirit of the south, and the sound of it will be directed toward the sea, or that is to say, the multitudes of the people of the nations. And this truth will uncover the lie that has suppressed and denied the second foundation of, I guess, the earth. I guess this means the earth. Let's see if this has a definition. What does this mean, bruh? Is it the earth? Because I'm guessing that it's the earth. Okay, yeah. The holy creation. Okay. And their view of eternity. The process of becoming and the relationship with the people through the course of the earth. Okay. Shabua. Alright. Holy creation. Okay. Alright. And this truth will uncover the lie that has suppressed and denied the second foundation of the holy creation, and the order of Melchizedek has been given the authority to define the spirits of life in elements of the earth in righteousness, starting with our old father Yatasid. Okay, however you say that, and continuing all through the course of the earth. But the lie has been defined by the nations. Okay? The lie has been defined by the nations, those that colonized, those that took over, okay? So that they can be used to bring the satisfaction of possessions and the glories of ownership and the accumulation of wealth. And in this way, the elements of the earth has been defined by the wicked. Okay, they're the ones that put a value system upon things on this earth. And the way they are used brings ill health and oppression to the poor. All right, they've done all of this wickedness. And the spirits of life in the earth are looked upon not as family members and fellows in the holy creation, but are seen only to be materials to be exploited and used to empower evil. This includes people, okay? Not just even the animals, not just the elements of the earth, okay? But even people, okay? People have become a freaking commodity. How do you spell commodity? Maybe I won't have that in there. How do I say it? Where is that? Like, I know, you know I have it. Hold on a second. Mark of the beast. Force mark of the beast. And people become commodity. I think the seal portion, chapter 90. Alright. Let's see here. Let me just go to it. Come on, bro. Alright, let's see. Having no money or value placed upon the necessities of life or create much peace and happiness in society. The businesses and corporations are tools. This is too big. Alright, the businesses and corporations are tools used by the rich to grind the faces of the poor. Okay? There's going to come a destruction of all businesses that do not do something to provide for the necessities of life or the the happiness of humankind. Okay? Hold on a second. I want to find where that's at. Behold, in that day there shall be no money, which is the number of the beast, and which createth and sustaineth the value that has been placed upon all things upon the earth, and also upon the souls of men, which lead to the wickedness of slavery. Okay? The value that's placed upon people. Okay? The value that's placed upon the souls of men. Okay? Now people are seen as, commodities. Alright? But if there was no money and there's no value placed upon the things and or people of the earth, okay, the animals of the earth, then there would be no rich and there would be no poor. But all shall have all things in common. This is righteousness. Okay? And if you say otherwise, you are of the wicked. Okay? We should all have our bare necessities. No one should be in want and need of things, because the earth provides these things. And no one gave these heathens the authority to take control of all the resources of the earth, rape and pillage and steal lands, put people up under subjection. All of this is wicked, okay? So this is what has happened. This is a connection. All right? And the spirits of life in the earth are looked upon not as family members and fellows in the holy creation, but are seen only to be materials to be exploited and used to empower evil. And this has been brought about by the wealthy, finding power of domination with the accumulation of their wealth. But the earth belongs to Anakiseed, and he became a man to create it, so his children could have the earth as a companion in abundant happiness. And because of this truth, the wicked will become urgent to maintain their power, and they will cause multitudes of the people of the nations to become divided according to the life stations given them by the masters of the nations. Okay, they created race. All right, they created a class system. Okay? And the fires of oppression will cover the people, and violence will enter to come in, and the nations will have no peace, and the gift of life for many people will become unattainable. All right, we went over it earlier. They're too busy following the ways of this world to even find out why they were sent here. And there will be multitudes of the living dead, carbon copy robots, blindly following along with what mortal men tell them to do. And many among the wicked will be overcome and lose their visions, having only 3 of the spirits of life, because their visions are no more, and finding forgiveness will be no more for them, because they will be utterly blinded to see their perfect selves in the Kodeshi, and the lives of the captive multitudes will be intruded upon day and night by the Kodeshi. And in that day, the Kodeshi will resist being used in the false definitions of the wicked, out of respect for the man and the order of Melchizedek. They shall withdraw their support from the unfeeling. They will withdraw their support from the unfeeling. What do you think that means, drawing their support from the unfeeling? Those that have no damn compassion, those that have no empathy, those that have no love, no divine love. They're void. They're empty shells. And from those who use the elements of wickedness. And the people will find that which they have come to rely on in the life they have chosen will no longer provide for them. Hold on. If I can find that. I don't know if I can find that right off. I forget what I named it. It's a video. Hold on a second. Get my passport right quick. Alright, hold on. This thing is so slow, bro. Let's see. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna flow, try to see if I can find this. And bro, this is getting long as hell. Is it over 2 hours yet? Almost. You know how I am. I don't want this over 2 hours. Give me just a moment. Might be in short clips. Let's see. Economic money agenda. It has always been about the money. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Father. Let's see. Ooh, let's get this one. Let's get this one too. I want to get this one first. I want to get a few of them. Alright, I'm going to get a few of them.
Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
But I'm finding myself in a position now where we're making more money than we've ever made, and we are literally the brokest we've ever been. Brokest we've ever been.
but I'm making the most money I ever had my entire life. My husband and I, between the two of us, gross, make like over $80,000 a year. And if you told me a few years ago that $80,000 a year was not going to be enough for a family of four.
I make more than what I made back in 2015. But I am still literally living paycheck to paycheck.
I have to work 60 hours a week and make $80,000 a year to make ends meet. That's insane. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it.
Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills.
There's nothing in my life that I can look forward to long term. Like, I can find things that excite me or make me happy or that I'm thankful for in my day-to-day life, but there's nothing in the long run that feels worth it.
I shouldn't be struggling. We make enough money that I shouldn't be struggling.
What is the point? What am I working for? What have I got 2 jobs for? What am I going to school for? Because it feels like there's no winning this rat race and I'm still gonna be struggling no matter what I do.
They are literally stripping us dry with these fucking rent, food, utility, house, car, everything the fuck is expensive. Everything has gone up at least 40 fucking %.
None of us have money to do shit. We're all too tired. Everybody is so tired. Oh, we have to do this for the rest of our lives. I'm gonna be working until I'm dead. We're all gonna be working until we're dead. We cannot live in this country like this. This is not sustainable.
It was always a class war. Black people have been trying to tell you guys this shit since the 1600s.
Alright. Hold on a second. I want to show you that again. Alright. And the people will find that which they have come to rely on in the life they have chosen will no longer provide for them. Okay? And the peoples of the nations will find those things in which they have put their trust can no longer be relied on to support them in their quest for dominance. Okay? Let's get another one.
350, 400, 450, 500.
Did y'all know that money is an energy ritual? You spend your time working a job that's barely giving you money to survive. You stress out about bills, food, your time, your minimum wage, gas, rent, water, food, all over money. Just think about it. Money has no meaning without you. And TikTok, please do not take this video down because I'm speaking from an entertainment purpose. Just think about it. If you stop caring about money and care about your purpose, like the people of these major corporations, you stress out and get angry at the government because you can't take care of your life. Money is nothing but energy. Why do you think they make you pay for fines they deem criminal? When they give you tickets when you gotta bail out? Because they know that money will make your life harder and you will stay in the cycle of stress. These owners of these major corporations funding governmental organizations that are in control of how much you make. These people who deem your wage, your worth, your time, and they choose from these organizations who gets to get money. That's why there are famous people, rappers who have a lot of money. They influence and distract just as these major corporations tell them to in exchange for money.
I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged.
And that's just one form of major money. Imagine everything else. So question, why do you let money control you? Why do you pay for water? Why do you pay for food? These are natural things that you shouldn't pay for, and you're letting these people get away with it because you are too distracted. If everybody just stops and actually think, there are factories printing money. You are priceless. That's why they want you to spend 60 years working for their money. That has no meaning without you. So are you going to be a consumer or a producer? Because their money just keeps growing and yours just keeps slowing. Seriously, stop letting money control your energy.
Y'all stay dangerous and become entrepreneurs.
Oprah thinks she has figured out why Americans are so unhappy.
Why do you think we're in a happiness slump in America?
Ooh, I will tell you, one of the most profound reasons, I think, is because
we're broke. We are broke. The system is broken. We can't afford the food that we want. Numbers in my bank account. A full tank of gas, 4 good tires, no oil change. Nobody has all 3. We are poor. We need vacations. You bought 2,000 acres of land in Hawaii on discount. When the Maui fires were going on, you didn't open up your private roads. Could have saved a lot of lives. Obvious land grabs. Give the land back to the people. Had the nerve to ask us for money. We all can't afford healthcare or housing. Literally anything. We can't afford it. Apparently, you're floor plan illiterate. Can't read the room. Words like inflation, recession, depression, debt, student loans, government lies, corporate greed, billionaire, trillionaire, teaching our children bullshit, politics, Democrat, Republican, either party. Please stop playing in our faces. Anything out of your mouth besides we are poor is the wrong answer. We are broke.
I don't know how else to make it clear, people. Okay? You know what? You guys couldn't see it. Oh my god, I played all of them videos and y'all couldn't see it. Y'all could not see that last video. I don't understand this, bro. I could have sworn I had it on my Google Chrome. But let me play that back again. I'm going to play all of these videos again. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to start it back up. Alright? Because we were pretty much almost done anyway. I kind of wanted to, like, end it off on that. But, you know how it is, bro. I had one screen. My screen was covered. You know what I'm saying? So I could not see. The OBS screen was covered. I don't know how you guys were not on the Google Chrome. So I don't know how long you actually been on that one picture within the OBS. But I thought I had you guys here. So, anyway, I'm going to bring it back, you know, so that this doesn't go over 2 hours. And let me see where we were at in this, because this is pretty much all we're going to read about that. I just want to show you them videos right quick. I guess I could go ahead and, well, no, I'm just going to start a new one for that, okay?